Hey everybody, welcome to another What's Next Wednesday. It's me, Michael D. Wimberly, and let's get into it. So, this past weekend, April 10th, was the Leadership Experience Tour that I've been talking about up in Troy, Michigan. It was an awesome experience. I'll have pictures and videos from that coming up as soon as I receive them. I'll kind of do whatever I want to do with them, and then I'll post them so you guys can see them, snippets of my actual speech, and then of course some pictures of throughout the weekend, of different things that were going on. But it was a great experience. There was probably about 30 different speakers, morning session, afternoon session, different age ranges as far as the speakers that were there, different experiences that people talked about. It was just great overall. And I look forward to sharing some of that with you. But I do want to get into just a little bit of what I kind of conclusion I came to while I was listening to everybody. Um, and just as a reference, my blog on Monday was just thanking you guys, and then the images that I posted on Tuesday were mainly dealing with all the drama that's going on. It was more of, of course, I went with if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, seek my face, turn from their wicked ways, then we will hear from heaven, and basically God will heal our land. Because of all the stuff that's going on. I mean, that was one of them. I can't remember the other three off the top of my head, but they were all kind of dealing with the same thing, because between all the police and black people incidents, all the mass shootings that's been going on, the trial, just the mood overall. There's still racial tension going on. It's crazy. So that was kind of what those things were dealing with on Tuesday. And then my video, of course, today is more of, I want to talk about what I experienced, or some of the things, some of the conclusions I came to by listening to different people. The main thing I want to take away from it, or I want you to take away from what I learned, is the fact that, you hear the terminology, people turn their test into a testimony, their mess into a message. That's what a lot of people do. A lot of people start their speaking, their businesses, their organizations, nonprofits, whatever it is, based on something they've been through. You've got people in mental health. You've got people that deal with, uh, what is it I'm thinking of? Brain fart. It's been so much. Yeah, mental health. Hospice, caring for a dying loved one, dealing with cancer in the family, dealing with bad choices and how you recover from those from a young age to an older age, picking the right people to be around, making sure that you have the right people, that when you are picking your mates and things like that, that you basically pick them based on where they are. They talk about Maya Angelou's, if somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Don't go into something trying to change somebody when they've already been that way. Let them be who they are. If they're going to change, let them change and meet you in the future. But that's what I really got from a lot of that, is when you listen to a lot of people that were speaking, it was all personal. It was things that they went through, their family members went through. And from that, like I said, they started speaking businesses, they started nonprofits, mentorships, all kinds of things because of the experiences that they've gone through. They wanted to help other people who may be going through that, or stop other people from going through it. And that is the biggest thing that I've seen with all of the speakers that were there, is that, hey, I've been through this. Call me, contact me, whatever, if you're going through it as well, or I've been through this. Don't do it. So that is the biggest thing. So with that lets me know that everybody out there has a message, because everybody goes through things. It's just a matter of sharing your message. And I'm not telling you have to be a speaker and get up, but just talking to somebody. You know, there are support groups on Facebook. There are support groups on Instagram. I'm sure there's some on Twitter, Snapchat. I'm all over the place. I'm sure there's groups that are out there that rely on each other. You know, everybody's going through something, maybe the same something, and here's an organization of people that can support each other. So everybody out there, you have a message. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to share it. There were a couple people that I talked to over the weekend who said that this weekend was the first time they've ever shared their story. They've talked about it, you know, among their close friends, but really being public with it, it's the first time they've ever done it. And, you know, like I said, I've talked to some of them, and I told them their story is going to bless somebody, and not to be afraid to continue to share their stories, because it is definitely going to help somebody that may be going down the same path that they are to stop and think before they make other decisions. So, and once again, we're talking young people, older people. It didn't really matter. Everybody's message was something that they went through and how they overcame it and how they grew from it. And once again, how they're now helping other people that may be going through the same thing. So, like I said, you have a message. I have a message. We all probably have multiple messages that we can go through and talk about. But we have to not be shy about sharing what we've been through, because somebody does need to hear from you. You know, you are somebody's blessing. You are somebody's answer. I heard something similar to that on a web video I was watching earlier today. I think it was you were somebody's answer or something like that, because everybody has a problem. You're somebody's solution. That's what it was. Everybody has a problem. You are the solution to somebody's problem. Once again, but they can't access you or know that you're available if you're not willing to help. If you're not willing to put it out there that you're available. So, like I said, sometimes it's not a matter of getting on stage. It's just a conversation. It may be within your close circle. It may be somebody just outside of your close circle. But somebody needs to hear what you have to say. So say it. Don't be afraid to share your message. It is definitely worth talking about. I said, I've heard so many different personal testimonies this weekend of overcoming, speech issues from when they were younger. That, one of them is now a preacher. Another one's a doctor that does speech pathology, works with multiple layers as far as sports teams and things like that. But they started off with speaking issues. But they prayed. Their parents prayed, and they had the mindset that this is not going to stop me. I don't care what people are saying around me. I don't care how people are making fun of me. This is not going to stop me. And that was their mentality. Like, I have to press through this because there's more for me to do. And they knew that. And once they overcame it, now they reach back and now are bringing people forward. People that may have had similar issues, they're now reaching out and helping them overcome them. A lot of them are reaching back to the youth because that's where they started. If you can get the youth young, get them early, then you can kind of help to develop their mind to understand they are overcomers. So that's kind of the basics of where I wanted to go today. Didn't want it to be overly long, but I just wanted to let you know that, your message is your message. Your testimony is your testimony. It's okay to go out and share it. Never be ashamed of where you came from. Look at where you are. There's that saying, I'm not what I used to be. I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not what I used to be. Okay. Well, tomorrow you're going to be a step further from where you are today. And the day after that, and the day after that, because we're always progressing. That is our goal, is to always move forward. So we can take a glance back to see how far we came, but we have to focus on where we're going. We have to keep our focus forward. There's always this joke. They say that's why your front windshield is so wide and your rearview mirror is so small, because you're not supposed to focus there. You're supposed to focus on the larger picture, which is your main window when you're driving. You're going forward. That's the direction you're supposed to look in. So, once again, started babbling. I'm done. So, once again, you'll hear more from me. As I said, I will share more as I get more. And yeah, just let's keep pressing. Let's not be afraid to share who we are. I've talked before about being your authentic self. Your authentic self is, or I should say, includes the things that you've been through, good or bad. Because you see where you are. Yeah, we don't necessarily want to forget where we came from. We may not want to go back to where we came from. But we see where we are and we consider ourselves blessed and say, yes, I was there. Here I am now. This is how I got here. Let me help you to progress as well. I had this problem. I overcame it this way. I had this addiction. I overcame it this way. I was in this type of relationship. I overcame it this way. All those different things are what make up who you are. Don't be afraid to share who you are. So as always, if you want to reach me, wordsbywimberly.com. My next is still my website. I have so many different things and so many nuggets that I took from this weekend, and so many things floating through my head that I'm actually going to go in and do some actual formal speeches and record them as well. So I've got some things I want to do. I'm kind of setting up a little studio area. That's why my background is a little different than, the fireplace and stuff that I normally have, because I'm kind of rearranging some things to kind of create, some backdrops and things like that to kind of create my videos from. So there are going to be some changes coming through, and yeah, let's keep pressing forward. Let's continue with our next, like I said, my website and my videos, vlogs, all those things. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with my podcast. Instead of it just being a summary of my week, I think I want to take it and focus it in a different direction. I just haven't figured out what that direction is yet. But when I do, I will definitely let you know. So let's continue to move forward. wordsbywimberly.com, hashtag, website, social media, all those different things. You can find me, and be blessed. Ready, set,